seen online there are a lot of women admirers for you, and I know people personally who are like, oh yeah, she's marriage material. Like, just from watching the show, like, they know you and they know your life. So how do you deal with, like, has there been like an influx of like thirst and
thirsty,
right? People come.
I'm not new at that. That's always been a part of my life. Thirst. Yeah. So now it's just exposed on Twitter. No, I mean, I don't know. People, I'm like, thank you. What am I supposed to say when they tell me you're flawless? I'm like, no, I'm full of flaws. But okay, thank you. Or I don't know. I'm thankful, and I start to believe it, and I'm looking at myself in the mirror, and I'm like, you are flawless. That kind of thing.
It's funny. I think I take it with a grain of salt. I think that a lot of it has to do with the role, and I think that there's plenty of, I don't know, I think that there's roles I could have played that people wouldn't have thought that. So I think that it's all like taking it in context, and and the writing being so good really allows, I think, people to sort of fall in love with the characters. Saying thank you eventually to people, coming on you is, at some points, it gets a little boring to me. So I like to have sort of like, kind of snarky come-ons, or, not come-ons, responses. Yeah, coming on to my fans on Twitter. Yeah, exactly. Where do you live? No, like tweeting ASL, remember that AOL thing, age, sex, location, stuff like that. I just think it's kind of, I think it's funny.
Wow, you brought it back.
I know.
The aim? Like, what's your aim?
Exactly. I just think it's like funny, like, I don't know.
Big booty
like
86.
that. That's right. That's right. Was that your?
No.
Okay.
I don't know why I said that.
Has there been any scene, well, I'm sure there were many, but a special scene out of both of the seasons that you filmed that was especially emotional?
The panic attack and the scene right after.
Season 2.
Yeah, for season 2. And for season 1, it was the one where, after everything happened with Porn Stash, that she has to go and, like, speak to Kate about it. I mean, Red about it.
The moment when Bennett snaps of it, goes a little ham, and then there's, I think, maybe a positive moment of emotion in season 2 when they're theorizing about the gender of the child, I think, which I actually haven't seen that episode yet, so maybe the version they used is not that version, but to me that felt like, it was like a happy, emotional moment.
And aside from your characters, what other characters do you love most on the show, and which ones do you love to hate?
For me, I'd say Porn Stash. I think loving to hate and loving, I guess, it's a love to hate, I just think he's really funny.
I personally like Crazy Eyes, Pennsatucky, Porn Stash. I think they all have such a... They're amazing individuals as actors, talented, and their characters, you can't help but just to either love them or hate them. They're so intense, they're so, they're so interesting and so layered.
What do you think of the success of this show? It's been such a, it seems like such a whirlwind in I would say a year time has passed, and you've had 2 seasons, and I've literally watched both of them, completely. So it's just crazy to see how fast everything is moving. So how's that been for you? Going from, not that you were unknown or anything like that, but how has it been? People on the street? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was trying to be nice.
No, I appreciate that.
You can tell us we're unknown. Yeah. It's been a roller coaster. It's been emotionally intense. It's been a moment of, where you wake up every day and you're thankful and you're grateful and you're like, you embrace it. At times you may feel overwhelmed, but you have individuals like your co-stars or your, the people you work with to share these moments with. And I think that it's very valuable. It happens not very often, so we all want to appreciate it very much.
It's sort of been that part of the roller coaster where you're and it's you're going up and you're like, damn, we're still going up? When is this gonna drop? But it's been it's been pretty steady. We had a big bump, I think, in our careers and recognition and all that in season 1, and season 2 it seems to be the same, if not more. I mean, if you judge by social media, it's gotten bigger at a faster rate for me personally than season 1 even. And I'm just interested in seeing how far it goes up, and then hoping that I don't actually go down.